And start the lecture. All right.
Okay, great.
All right. So yeah, everybody got my name.
Hi, Mr.
Hi, how are you? How are you? Is that Ali Moyo? Okay, guys. So I was saying I'm just going to dive straight in so that we save you your data costs. My name is Simeon Mtize. I've been lecturing this module and other modules for the past 2 years with the Marketers Association of Zimbabwe. I worked in the telecoms industry for 10 years. My last month there was I actually moved from the 1st of May. I worked for Telecel Zimbabwe for the past 10 years, and then now I'm with another employer. So I have a bit of experience in digital marketing, a lot of experience actually, because I did a lot of marketing communications with Telecel Zimbabwe. And specifically, I'll be taking you for mobile marketing, this module. And then I think we can just go through the whole lecture. At the very end, I'll spare some 30 or so minutes for questions and answers. But again, we'll share this module on Google Classroom, as well as the assignments they'll be put there on Google Classroom, and we'll be taking the lecture as we go. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
okay.
is.
Cool.
All right, so let me just put up the screen, share the screen, so that when as I do the lecture, you guys can be seeing the notes that I've prepared. Are we all viewing this now?
It's visible.
Okay, right. Right, so digital marketing, the definition is obviously just to put some perspective on what we are discussing. Digital marketing is mobile marketing specifically. Digital marketing is the whole course with various modules, but I'll be taking you for this specific module, mobile marketing. So mobile marketing is marketing communication that happens over your mobile devices, which I put up there. I just breezed past that slide. These are some of your mobile devices that you use for mobile marketing. Any marketing communications that you want to do on the go. What your end as the marketer or the business or the entrepreneur, and on the end of the customer, the target customer. So it's mobile marketing. You are doing mobile marketing via your tablets, handsets, handheld devices. It's marketing on the go, really, the long and short definition. So there are various tools and elements of mobile marketing that make it viable for business this modern day. I'll just give you some perspective of mobile penetration, maybe here in Zimbabwe. We are looking at, but these are actually regional statistics. We can always check on Google the statistics in Malawi, Zambia. But here in Zimbabwe, we are looking at mobile penetration being around 98%. Which means of the Zimbabwe population, which is around 15 million, we have almost everyone economically active with a mobile device. Of course, those statistics speak to people who multi-SIM. Someone may have one or two lines. So it will seem as if even the younger population, the teenagers, I mean the below teenagers have it when you talk of 90%, but that is not the case really. It's the economically active who all have it. who have a mobile device. So this becomes interesting to entrepreneurs, those who are running their own businesses, those who are leading business, marketers such as ourselves and yourselves. Some of you are marketers, I know. It becomes interesting that you have such a wide reach. You can talk to the end user in their face. Some call mobile devices an appendage of the human anatomy right now, because people can't put down their phones these days. They're also on WhatsApp and so forth. So I'm just trying to give you the kind of numbers that we are looking at in terms of reach and the impact that these devices have had on society, on economics, on business. It's huge. Globally, not just here in Zimbabwe, not just here in our region, SADC region. I know in Zimbabwe we have got 3 mobile network operators: Telesil Zimbabwe, Econet, and Net1. And in Malawi, I understand there are 2 network operators. Airtel is in Malawi and Zambia. And in Malawi, they also have another, I think it's called Telecom something like that. And you're looking at such operators enabling mobile marketing because they provide the coverage, the bandwidth for accessibility. So as I go into this module, you realize that they also have a role to play in some of the services that can be utilized via a mobile device. Right. So the first tool or element of mobile marketing that you can see on your screens right now, by definition, SMS, USSD, MMS. Now, the SMS is short message service, a system that enables mobile phone users to send and receive text messages. We are all familiar with this. This is the most basic element. And the beauty about SMS is that even at GSM level, no data, where we don't even talk about 3G, 4G and whatnot. SMS, your entry level devices, phones that are not data enabled can access this service. And that is why it's very popular with government departments sending notifications, information on COVID-19. Most government departments, Ministry of Health, be it in Zimbabwe, Zambia, or Malawi, they send these SMS to say COVID information, statistics. They use it because even our rural population who are believed not to have smartphones are able to receive those SMSs, right? The text messages. So they are good because almost everyone can access them. And then when we talk of USSD, it means unstructured supplementary service data. Some refer to them as short codes or quick codes, future codes. Your star 125 hash, your star whatever, the code that you can punch on your phone and access various services. They can be services by your network operator, be it Airtel or Econet. You can punch your star whatever code hash, and then you access their services. They can be music services, they can be mobile money codes. They've various mobile money codes. There are a myriad of codes that you can punch on your phone to access services from your telecoms operator. And also there are other service providers. For example, you say Bakatili in Zambia want to enable their clients. They want to enable their clients, the guys that they do audit for, to access their statements or financial statements or audit results. They can go to, in the Zimbabwean case, I don't know how the regulatory framework is like in Zambia, but in the Zimbabwean case, you've got a regulator, an overall regulator of the telecom sector, who is Potras. You can approach them for allocation of a code that is available, that is not in use. And they can tell you, yeah, this code is not in use from the various operators or from other service providers or companies in your country. And then, for example, you say, I want to use *111# as my code to allow potential customers or current customers to punch this code from wherever they are and receive my service. And then they say, yes, this is available. And then you take it to your various mobile network operators, the 4 in Zambia or 3 in Zimbabwe, or the 2 in Malawi. You go to them and then you say, I've got this code. Can you interface with your platforms or your servers to allow those subscribers of your network, if they're using your network, MTN, if they're using MTN, an MTN subscriber, can they punch this code on your network and then access my service? That's USSD. Very handy, very useful. Right now, it's predominantly the network operators that are using it for themselves, and I think they've taken most of the easy numbers, your very easy numbers. You know, people prefer 111, 222, 333, those easy numbers to remember. But you can have various combinations, 123, 144, whatever is available. They've obviously taken advantage of the fact that they are the owners of the platforms. But it's still available to something you can explore for mobile marketing in your business. If a code is available, USSD code, a short code is available, very handy. Your customers can access your service from wherever with that code within your country. And then we go on to multi-messaging services. This is a more educated version of SMS, in that it's just SMS, but with pictures, colors, sound, and clips and text. SMS is just text. MMS will then be giving you more graphics and images. Moving on, so that we don't take too long with this lecture. I want to introduce now the benefits of mobile marketing. Why mobile marketing, right? The first one, mobile marketing reaches a broader market. I gave you those population numbers and mobile penetration statistics in Zimbabwe. You can also get them online. Depends if your source is reliable. I don't trust. I know you know that Wikipedia is not a very good source. Most people reference Wikipedia. Wikipedia is editable, so don't get your data from Wikipedia. Even as you do assignments, when you go online, check your source. I would advise to go to pages of regulators or government departments that collect statistics, or World Bank statistics, United Nations statistics. Use reliable sources. So in terms of, if you want to find out mobile reach in your country, you can go online and get the specifics. Even as you do assignments, giving such data and information, or beyond just statistics, when you're doing doing this practically in your business, in your area of employment, whatever you do, it's always important to get this data from reliable sources. It helps you to know what you're doing, right? So I was talking about reach, very wide reach, and you are assured that you are talking to the right person. I mean, to the actual customer there. Instant results, that's another benefit. You get instant results. I talked about USSD codes. When someone punches a USSD code, or gets an SMS with your USSD code, or gets an SMS with a link to your website, they take action there and then. It's different from them saying visit our store or another platform where they will then need to come to you to do the transaction. For example, when we go further into into this lecture, you will find out with mobile financial services how you can then transact there and then. So the results are instant. It's easy to work with. It's convenient to use, right? We all agree with the convenience of applications on your phone. We'll look briefly on applications as we go on. Direct marketing, it's a very good direct marketing tool. You're speaking to the customer, no middleman. Tracking user response, you can collect data, right? Mobile data, you can collect data, you look for your results even on your social media. As they use their social media, you can go to your insights on your social media pages. You see who has clicked your material, you see the age groups, the demographics. All that data is available for decision making so that you are well informed on your products and services and how to position them, right? Huge viral potential, that goes without saying. If you put something on WhatsApp, people are laughing about it, enjoying it, or finding it very useful. They forward it to groups, they forward it to their friends. It's very, it potentially becomes viral. That's also mobile marketing, because everything's happening on the device, whether it's social media or it's transactions, it's happening on the mobile device. Very, very, very trend-setting digital marketing mobile marketing. Mass communication made easier. I spoke about government departments using this a lot. SMS to broadcast issues of national interest, issues of like where the current COVID pandemic, information on statistics on infections and whatnot, or even the recent Indian variation that is doing the wave. The information is just being pushed through mobile devices, right? And people are seeing this mass communication through, becomes very easy. Niche not highly concentrated, right? So far, it's not highly concentrated, but that may not be the case going forward, because a lot of people are now embracing SMS plus. This is a give and take advantage. Why? Because the network operators themselves are pushing too many messages. So it's a thumbs up statistic that you need to further explore. Is it really highly concentrated or not? Or which of the tools on mobile marketing can you really use? Micro blogging benefits. Obviously, if you have a blog, you can actually push it through mobile devices, or your links to your blog page. You can push them SMS, like I talked about, right? Or even MMS. You can push it through there. Mobile marketing boosts search engine rankings, right? I talked about data-enabled devices. While mobile penetration is on those levels of 98 or even beyond 98%, last time I checked, data penetration, smartphone penetration will be close to that, where you are looking at around 70% or 60%. I think I need to mute someone who's talking. I don't know if everybody is being disturbed by them. Are the mics off, Rose? We can unmute the mics when at the end of the lecture, when I open for questions. Just make sure your mics are on mute, so that when you are doing whatever you're doing in the house, you don't disturb the lecture. Okay, I heard someone was talking in the background, but fine. I was talking about boosting search engine rankings, right? Because people are accessing, are using Google, are searching for stuff on their mobile devices because it's right there in their face. So your site is very visible. You know how search engine rankings, if you've done your search engine module, where if the more people are searching, you've got organic rankings. So more people are searching for you before you even pay for rankings, because you can pay for rankings, right? You can pay for display ads, but in the absence of payment, while people are searching your sites and just looking for sites, scrolling through your pages and so forth, Google is collecting that data, and your page becomes ranked higher, or a reference, so to speak. I won't dwell too much on that. I'm sure you cover that, or you've covered that elsewhere. Number 13, benefit. There are more, but these are the ones that I could pick up, which I thought are very important. It puts you ahead of your competition, right? Because you are always in the face of the customer, so you are ahead of the competition if you're using mobile marketing. If the competition is relying on just other channels, your newspapers, radios, maybe they are using other tools that are not very mobile device friendly, like your emails. Emails are not very popular on devices. People who use emails are usually on PCs in the office and so forth. There are applications that are popular on mobile devices. That's something we can discuss as we do the assignments and so forth. The last but not least benefit is that mobile advertising is portable. Someone can be seeing your advert from wherever they are. They could be at the farm or in the office, in a bus, going somewhere. So they are seeing your advert wherever they are. Moving on. Right, are we together? Allowing you to take a breather and ask questions before I proceed. Someone wants to ask. If you want to ask, you can raise your hand. It's okay. All right, or then I'll unmute you. So let me go on. There is no hand raised. We want to now start looking at the specific tools that are used in mobile marketing. After we've looked at the benefits, now we want to look at each and every one of them in detail, right? So I just defined these SMS and MMS. There's a screenshot of what it looks like on someone's device. They've just received an SMS with the link. It says, better get shopping, right? Black Friday. And then that link, hyperlink in blue there, will take you to the page of that advertiser or the person that has pushed that SMS. It makes, because SMS is limited in terms of characters, most people then put a link, just a link in that SMS. It can be to a document on Google Drive or to your website or any page that you create where there's more details. So in your SMS, you just quick make it a teaser, so to speak, or a call to action. Do this, do that, or you have one so that it becomes interesting, right? And then the person can then go to your page and hear more about whatever it is that you're pushing in your SMS. If your brand doesn't have a mobile app, right? We'll look at mobile app later. You may be thinking that reaching customers on their most personal device is out of reach. However, SMS, MMS, and USSD constitutes a coin-sized personal and effective way for marketers to engage with customers on their phones without an app, right? Marketers can use a partner like, well, in this case, we will talk about your network operators that I mentioned in the beginning. They are partners. This example that I gave of Twilio, it's a South African, it's international, but I know it's available in South Africa, not in our countries like Zimbabwe, Zambia, Malawi. It's also in the United States, but in our countries there are other partners that help you as third-party broadcasters, or the regulators that I talked about. They can set up a dedicated 5 or 6-digit shortcode, which I spoke about, that appears as a generic local phone number to send messages and multimedia content to customers. This content can be anything from promotions to order status, updates to daily reminders. Like, for example, you can say a dentist or a doctor can be sending reminders from their database to their patients to say, you are due for your annual health check or dental check. You see, those are reminders. That's very useful and very personal to your customer. That's SMS, MMS, and USSD, right? Moving on. Screen is frozen. Is that moving at your end? Right. The screen was frozen. SMS, MMS. Now we go to applications. We are all familiar with applications. There are so many mobile phone applications that we can talk about. The very popular ones are your social media applications, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and so forth. But there are so many applications. Even businesses can develop their own applications. Banks can have their Standard Bank has their own app. There's applications that allow customers to access their services. So what are we saying about these mobile apps concerning digital marketing? In-app messaging enables users to see marketing messages when inside the application, right? They commonly take the form of full-page, interstitial, or banner and are often programmed to appear once the user session begins. In-app messages can be scheduled to appear just once or multiple times, depending on how urgent or important you feel the message is for the end user. Here we're talking about advertising within the application. It may be a third-party application or your own app. The screenshot that you have to the left of this slide is an advert by this advertiser. They're advertising 20%, 28% off premium and so forth, and that you can save. What happens is you can you can actually configure to have your advert pop up within an application, anybody's application, but initially I was talking about you developing your app so that customers can actually access your service, but this is what they're talking about is adverts that pop up in applications. I'm sure you've seen applications, some do not allow adverts. Some people may have opted that they don't want to see adverts. You have seen on your phones where you are given an option of disabling adverts by some action. Is it some sort of if there are applications, there are some applications that you pay to download, right? And there are some which are free. Usually the free ones, you don't have the option of disabling adverts, because you then pay through viewing the adverts. Someone is paying for that application for you to have it for free. So that person who's paying will buy ad space from the app developer. Anyone who has developed an app, right? Google, if you are developing it through Google adverts, when someone is buying Google adverts, they are actually paying for you to have that application for free, so that when their adverts starts popping up in that application, either when you're opening it or at the end of the session on the app, an advert may pop up, or even a banner during your whatever session you're doing on the app. Someone would have paid to have that advert come through. This is the in-app application that they're talking about, in-app advertising, right? That's the other end of applications where you are not developing it yourself for your users to access your service. Maybe you just want to advertise, like this guy who's advertising 28% off, right? You can also schedule expiration dates so that users who launch the app on Monday won't see a message about last weekend's flash sale. Scheduling, I'm sure you do it on display ads. The modules, they allow it a lot of scheduling, and you can define your demographics, your age groups, times, and so forth, times of flighting and so on. This is what they are talking about here, where you can actually define when you want it to be viewed and so forth, right? In addition to promotions, in-app messages can be great for other use cases, such as onboarding during a user's first session, drawing attention to new app features, or converting a freemium. What they call freemium is just a free usage, right, into a premium subscription where someone can, I've had lots of applications or lots of online tools and software that allows you to run for free for a period. I'm sure some of you have used those ones. For example, you can download a MailChimp, right? And we know that at some stage you're supposed to subscribe, or even any application like Social Me, which is used for social media management. There are various packages. They can say there's the low end package for $10, the mid one for $30, and then the $50 one. But before you pay or you buy any package, they may allow you a month's free. That's the freemium. You can use it for free, and then when it's time to convert, now this is where promotions or in-app advertising come. Now you already loaded your credit card details and so forth. They're just advising you now they'll be billing you for it, because now you're used to using it. When they start billing and you're hooked on the app already, you may just, because you've already agreed to the terms, you may just allow it to start billing you, which is clever marketing, really clever business on their part, because you've enjoyed the freemium and you're hooked on the service. Before you know it, it's already deducting from your credit card or your MasterCard or your PayPal, whatever payment platform you would have agreed to, right? That's about applications. And then there's also another tool in mobile marketing, which is mobile search or search engine marketing, right? A recent study by Google found that a smartphone was the most common starting point for online activities, what I talked about in the beginning. That is now a human appendage, really. The smartphone. Yeah, for those who have smartphones, that is. It's crucial to show up at the top of organic search. I talked about rankings, right? This is organic search. They are not paid ads. It's just someone searches for travel destinations in Zambia. And then they are already seeing Vic Falls, they're seeing all those tourist resorts, or in Malawi, Lake Malawi starts popping up there because uh, those who run those tourist facilities, they probably have a mobile app, or they have a lot of visits to their sites. Search engine rankings are high, and then they pop up at the top of organic search. Before any other site comes up, their site is at the top. You've seen it when you Google search something. You get a whole list of recommended sites. The ones at the very top here, those are the ones we're talking about, because they are more visible. And someone's first, most likely will click the first five, first three before they even go to the bottom, which is something you need. Those rankings are very important, right? So because 65% of the study participants started with a mobile device when searching for information as well as shopping online. They were doing it not on their PCs, not from the office, not looking for newspaper or listening to radio. They are doing it on their phones. So you can see the impact that mobile marketing is having, right? Sure, you can see it and you agree that it's very huge. So marketers can also monitor performance using the mobile search data segment in Google Webmaster Tools, right? Which I talked about. You can go to Google Webmaster Tools and see the kind of traffic that is happening on mobile. Use this tool to monitor the results of your mobile search optimization, right? Moving on. Right. My machine is a bit slow. Not in tandem with me. Is this screen paused? Are you seeing? Sorry, it's still loading. So that's mobile search. People are searching on their device. That's basically what we are saying here. People are searching sites on their phones. And so you need to play your business, play your game in that space. Don't try to reinvent the wheel as a business, as an entrepreneur, as a marketer. Don't try to force a channel that you are just familiar with because you are familiar with it. But go there to WhatsApp, even WhatsApp business. That's another example of a mobile app, right? And open a simple WhatsApp business so that when your customers are on WhatsApp, they can go there and interact with WhatsApp bots in your absence. They can interact with what, ask about your business and so forth because they are all there already, right? Moving on, let's talk about Mobi sites or mobile optimized sites. This used to be a big problem, but most marketers, most businesses are now getting it, and especially those who consult computer scientists are now familiar with this, or programmers. When they develop your website, they are now optimizing. But a few years back, people overlooked this bit. A Mobi site or a mobile optimized site is a far more advanced website. Mobile optimized site means that the site will reformat itself for a list of handheld or tablet devices. Larger navigation buttons, reformatted content, and differently optimized images appear when the user is on iOS, that's for your Apple devices, or Android, or any mobile software, can be Symbian for your Nokias and so forth. I think they are now using Android as well. They used to use Symbian and so forth, but they've joined the bandwagon, the Nokias and whatnot. Any mobile software driven device, right? If you want to see how you can optimize, you can go to that link. When you get the notes on Google Classroom, you can just check it out, that link on Dreamhost. Or now you can, I know some of you try in one of your modules, you use WordPress to develop just a basic website, right? WordPress is just a drag and drop tool. You don't need to be a coder or a software programmer to use that one. When you do that, you can also check on Dreamhost how if your site is, but WordPress is a template, so they've already done that for you. This basically refers to those who do in-house development through your programmers and so forth. You would want to check if it's mobile optimized side. What it means, if you can see to the left there of your screen, for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, you can see the one with the X is wrong. Why? Because it's too wordy. The text is a lot. Some of it is, and the image is squashed because that site was developed maybe for a bigger screen. Your 13 inches, your 16 inches on your laptops, right? But the biggest screens on mobile handsets are probably 7, right? Not too sure, you can confirm. So what happens is, if your site is not, some of the text will be broken or squashed. The images are not very visible, and people are not going to always be trying to zoom and slide left, right, and leftwards or rightwards just to be able to read. It's tedious. You are giving the customer or the person visiting your site too much to do, and you may miss out, or they may never even scroll down to the bottom to get to where you say contact us or for payment, click here. They may leave your site without even completing a transaction. Why? Because your site is not optimized for. And imagine, we're just been told that most people are searching searching online on their devices. So imagine how much business you're losing, or how much
potential customer, or how much information, whatever business you're in, whatever your interest online is, you're going to be missing out on valuable contact or valuable business, because people are just having a torrid time to view everything on your page or on your site. So make sure that area is sorted. Moving forward, let's look at social media messaging. Social media messaging, right? The very common and most basic one. Remember, we're talking about mobile marketing, and social media messaging is also a part of mobile marketing. WhatsApp Messenger, or simply WhatsApp, is an American freeway. It's free, cross-platform messaging and voice over IP service, where you can do WhatsApp video, you can do WhatsApp calls. It's owned by Facebook, right? It allows users to send text messages and voice messages. You can make voice and video calls. You can share images, documents, user location, and other media, right? Via WhatsApp. That's the long and short of WhatsApp that we all are familiar with. And then there's WhatsApp Business. I touched a bit on WhatsApp Business. WhatsApp Business is a totally independent tool designed for the official WhatsApp client. If you're already a WhatsApp client, it's available for you. Its task is to manage various aspects of your business account, so customers can get to contact with your business via WhatsApp chat, right? There's only one requirement, I think, and that you must register to gain official WhatsApp Business status. Just go online, search WhatsApp Business, and then you register. You're good to go. You follow the single steps that are online. Register your number, whatever number you're using your business, whether you're using your personal number or you have a different number to your personal number, that becomes your WhatsApp Business number, right? It's very useful, like I said. As people now be sharing on business, or you can also be advertising on and offline. Our WhatsApp business number is this. Our WhatsApp business number is this. Whether it's on your Facebook page, when you open a Facebook page for your business, there's an option to add a WhatsApp number there. What you're doing here is what we call integrated marketing communications. You're integrating all your platforms into a converged zone, where someone who's on WhatsApp who's on Facebook can easily contact you on other platforms, either Instagram or WhatsApp and so forth. So, like I said, your WhatsApp business number, you can then be pushing it online or offline. You have adverts elsewhere in the newspapers, on radio. Contact us on WhatsApp. You know how they do it. It's important that you give customers that convenience. WhatsApp is very convenient because they're always on WhatsApp and it's in their face. So don't ignore it, whatever business you are in. Think about it, consider it, and you'll see the results as people start engaging you more and more and more. Remember, as marketers, it's important for customer experience that you reduce the customer journey and you provide the customer convenience. That way, it's important to push messages to them and also receive feedback from them, which is valuable to business, which are valuable insights. So WhatsApp Business, WhatsApp messaging is a very useful tool because everybody's there, right? Then there's, on social media messaging, there's also Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is an instant messaging feature built into Facebook. Messenger originally launched in 2011. Its success gave rise to a dedicated application. Now it's a separate app because it used to be embedded into your Facebook account where you could just type in message. Now it's separate, right? It's a dedicated application. And the website that emerged in around 2014, that's 3 years later. The application and website is an instant messaging service that connects to the Facebook database and has replaced the in-app Facebook messaging device that I talked about, which was part of Facebook. You can actually download Facebook Messenger separately, but it works pretty much like WhatsApp, but WhatsApp is more popular, right? You know, I agree. Although Facebook Messenger piggybacked on the fact that a lot of people were already on Facebook, so it was easy for it to gain traction. It allows Facebook users to connect with each other and send instant messages, emoji, photos, videos, and perform other light tasks, right? With the recent update, not yet available in our part of the world, in I don't know about South Africa and Nigeria, but most of our countries, it's last time I checked, it's not yet available. You can, in other parts of more advanced parts of the world, maybe because they now talk of 5G, which is a faster data, you can now send money to friends within Facebook Messenger, right? Your mobile financial service. You can get weather, you can get the weather, like check your house, the weather on Messenger, and place product orders. You can actually place an order on Messenger in that part of the world. I'm sure it will get to us, or it's already here. And there are also Facebook bots, just like the WhatsApp bots that I talked about. You can configure it to say to respond to certain queries, customer queries, and so forth, right? And you can also get a quick ride with the integration of Uber and Lyft on Messenger, right? This is the developments that are happening in other parts of the world, and I'm sure we'll soon catch up. Right. And then we talked about social media messaging. Now we want to go to mobile commerce. Let me just check on everybody. I can see we are all here, all 30 of us. Let me just check if there are any hands that are up. All right. I think we are all doing fine. Right. I'll just open up maybe in 30 minutes, I'll be done. 30 or less minutes. Then we'll open up and see if there are any questions that need us to discuss. You can always be taking notes, right? And we'll go back to the issues. Here we want to talk about mobile commerce. The mobile network operators, they allow for mobile money, sending and receiving money. Here in Zimbabwe, we talk about EcoCash, Telecash, and One Money. They have dedicated codes that you can use for accessing those services. So what is mobile money? Somebody may be asking, right? Before I give those functionality or those examples that I'm talking about. Mobile money is financial transactions that are enabled on your handheld device or your mobile device. Financial transactions, that's the keyword. And also on your handheld device. What happens is people now send and receive money through their mobile devices, right? I know MTN mobile money is also available. And what you do is you can dial their code and then access their menu, that USSD code that we spoke about. There are a lot of services that you can access on mobile money besides sending and receiving money. You can pay bills, electricity bills, cancel rates, depending on the menu that you see there when you dial. You can even test now or soon after just to understand the menu. But I know a lot of you are already using it, and are familiar with it. That's mobile commerce happening right there. Buy airtime and so forth. You can do it on your device. Furthermore, in the context of mobile commerce, these your MTN money and or Airtel money, what happens is other service providers, you and me, we've got our own business. We have set up our own business. We want to sell tomatoes. And then we've opened our page online. These mobile money service providers, we can integrate them with our platforms or onto our website as a payment option. And I always emphasize to my students whenever I lecture digital marketing to say, I've seen a lot of people make the mistake of saying because they are on specific mobile network, so that's the, or maybe because a specific mobile network is more popular in the market leader than others. For example, the EcoCash may have a market share of say 70%. So obviously they should be there. But that does not mean you should exclude the other payment options or mobile money service providers. It's important to even consider your two customers that are on the other networks. Because business is dynamic, you never know what happens. You'll be forced to rush and try to integrate with the other networks when subscribers shift or move. It's important that you integrate with all these mobile money service providers on your website, on your page. If you want to buy tomatoes, dial this short code or a merchant code. For this, that's the code. For that service provider, that's the code for that. If it's possible to integrate all of them, it's advisable. But there are other payment options that may not be pretty useful. Obviously, depending on your business model, you don't want to talk about MasterCard and so forth. But if your business involves a lot of international, potentially international customers, I think international payment platforms or PayPal integrate with those ones, right? So that when your customer is doing business or surfing on their mobile device or surfing your web, they can actually conclude a sale on their phone without the hassle of saying, no, I'm not on, they want just MasterCard, or they want just Airtel money in Malawi on their page. So telecom, I'm a telecom subscriber. How do I access this service? It is important that you include all customers and all options if possible. After all, for the mobile network, they're less than, they're just 4 in Zambia, 2 in Malawi, 3 in Zimbabwe. That's not too many. So you have nothing to lose to include all of them so that all the subscribers are included or all the potential customers are included. I said earlier, it's important to play the game, the business in the space that your customers are playing. Don't do what you don't do what you feel comfortable with as a business, or don't use your own perceptions to define. Try to understand the customer's perceptions and all the possible options, right? And then mobile banking. I talked about Standard Bank having their own application. Most of the banks now are having their own applications. Here in Zimbabwe, recently, we also it went viral. Was it CBZ who were advertising that they were offering their customers a package option? Why? Because they even considered that they are digitizing most of their services. They're digitizing, the bank is digitizing. Jobs are being lost because the future is now. mobile banking is happening now. People are banking on their application, on their phone, right? And mobile banking is just it's the same as mobile money. It's banking done on your mobile device. Now it's the banks, instead of the network operators that I was talking about, it's now your banks, your ABSAs, your First Capitals, all the banks you can think about. They are now developing apps. And what do this enable you? They enable you to transact, send, do transfers, pay bills, buy airtime as well, pay cancel bills, pretty much the similar services that you get on your mobile network, on your mobile money. You can do them on the bank apps, right? That's mobile banking, mobile commerce. And then there's mobile shopping. Amazon is mobile shopping. Look at how big it is. Alibaba, look at how big. Jeff Bezos, the Jack Ma for Alibaba, Jeff Bezos, look at how rich those people are just through e-commerce and mobile shopping. Because everybody's now doing business on the phone, shopping on the phone. There are so many examples of mobile shopping besides Amazon and Alibaba, even in local retail outlets, grocery shops. They now allow you to buy groceries online and they deliver. And it's something to consider for whatever business line of business you are in. Can I open my online store? An online store should allow for the whole mobile commerce process to conclude, from browsing, basic browsing, viewing the product. It should have high resolution graphics. In website development, we talk about Chaffee's 7S model. I'm sure those who have done business studies or marketing are familiar with the 7S model by Chaffee. Talks about sizzle, serve, sell, those 7. It's important that your online shop, which is a website, sizzles the customer, the graphics, high resolution. Whenever you look at, I talked about Alibaba and Amazon, check out their pages, or even OK Store, whatever store in your area or your country, just go online and check them out, what they are putting, the graphics they are putting there. You can really see the thing and you can understand this is an authentic dress, this is a Gucci dress, they put models, they put amazing graphics. If it's a bicycle, they put, it has to sizzle so that a person understands that what they are seeing is exactly what they want. That's the first stage I talked about. It should be able to the full mobile commerce spectrum, from browsing to the other end where I talked about. They've browsed, they've seen, they've done everything, they've checked prices and now they should be able to buy online. That's mobile shopping. It's not mobile commerce or mobile shopping if you don't allow for a payment to be done online. Whatever business line of business you are, it can be concluded online. The banks are doing it. If the physical products are now being bought online, bicycles, shoes, people are buying things from China, United States online. What about you and your business within your country, within your area? You can also enable the whole process, and then just look for the infrastructure to enable you to then deliver the specific product that the customer has bought. It's not mobile shopping if they cannot buy it and receive it within the specified time and the specifications that you have put on for that product on your site. If it's an Adidas, let it be an Adidas. They may not receive an Adibas with a B. let the customer experience the full mobile shopping process online. What they see is what they should get. Right? I had to emphasize on that because that's where the world is going. During lockdown, those businesses that cannot be done online, most of them closed. And they're struggling to pick up. But there are some that thrived and went for killing, especially the grocery stores that can deliver groceries and food. Why? Because digital marketing is very important and critical for the business. Right? Can I move on? I think we're about to conclude. Just run through the last 3-4 slides that I have. Creating and managing a mobile marketing campaign. Improve your mobile marketing campaign in just 5 steps that I've put here. Step number 1, I don't know if it's visible enough, but you can always look at it closely when you access your classroom. First step, micro target. Identify ways in which you can customize offers for your audience. The new age digital audience want experiences that are personalized to their needs and expectations. That's the first step. Micro target. It's easy to micro target because you can get a lot of data online. Micro targeting means just understand the person that you want to advertise to. The teenagers, what are teenagers doing these days and age? What do they enjoy? They love music, they hang out in places like this and so forth. That's micro target. Under segmentation, your STP model, segmentation, it's important to segment and micro target, right? So that you don't just do a one size fits all. You just send a blast message like mass marketing. Whoever likes will pick. You're paying good money after bad money. You're paying good money for your traditional media channels where you just talk to everybody. But the 7% of the people you're talking to are not your target audience and potential customers. But with digital marketing, mobile marketing, you can actually micro target. Speak to the specific customer that you want to speak to. That's the first step. Second step, let your audience decide how they want to engage and respond to your marketing messages. Your target audience is entitled and informed, and they will only interact with messages that address their needs, right? They're entitled and they're informed. Because the World Wide Web is a global network. We are talking about billions of people on there, billions of, so many millions of sites, so much traffic, right? And people are not going to just respond and engage with anything that they come across. You must understand that. Let them decide how they want to engage with you. I talked about play the game where the customer is. If it's on WhatsApp, go into that space. If your target audience is on Facebook, go into that space and adapt to that space. Your look and feel in that space should be what they are engaging with, what they are interested in. Understand them and play the game in their space so that they can engage with you amongst all that traffic that I talked about. Focus on location. A large majority of consumers today use location-based services on their, I'll talk about location-based services next after this slide, on their smartphones. Make sure your marketing messages target local customers. I talked about blasting to everybody. It's important to talk to the specific, or for example, I might have a store in Harare and in Blair, but the other towns in Zimbabwe, I don't have a store, but I'll advertise to the whole country. It's wasting good money. You can actually, with digital marketing, with mobile marketing, you can actually send messages to people within those towns.
because those are my potential customers. I know someone may argue that what if we are not sure that the one in Gweru or in another town will not, how are we sure that they will not travel to Harare? It's a thumbs up figure. It's important that you talk to the ones that are there. If you are going to broadcast, let the message not be concentrated on, let it be concentrated on where your business is. If they are going to, those in other towns are going to hear about it, let them hear about it, but you're not going to pay money to advertise in that space. In that space, Google ads, display ads allow you to define segments. Even Facebook allows you to define segments. So utilize those tools, right? The last step, information consumption happens over multiple platforms. Target audience today digest information over a variety of devices and channels. Make sure your messages are not only responsive to make sure your messages are not only responsive to these different mediums, but are also consistent, right? What we are saying here, I talked about integrated marketing communications. So I've seen people who, if it's a, for example, if it's an online banner, a Facebook banner, a basic Facebook banner or meme, they have something red on Facebook, and then you go to their Instagram platform, there's something different, they're talking about something else. Today there's a soccer game for those who love soccer. Most people now, you know the issue about modern day marketer. They look at someone, if it's working, they're getting engagements, they all do the same thing. Predict and win is now very popular. I won't tell you who started these things, but we've done it years ago, predict and win. And most people have seen that it has a lot of engagement because a lot of people love soccer. So they do a predict and win on Facebook for the final of the Champions League today, Chelsea, and for those who love soccer, Chelsea and Manchester City. This guy has done it, so they all do it. It's okay. It's not my business to say who should do it or not do it. I'm just saying sometimes you need to think outside the box and try new things yourself. But in the event that you are all doing it, it's fine. You have done your predict and win on Facebook, and we go to your Instagram page. They're talking about a sale that's happening today in their store. And then in the newspaper, they put an advert of something totally different. When we talk about integrated marketing, all your channels should be consistent. If you are pushing a specific message, a specific product, have a sustained campaign. If it's going to be for a week or for a month or the whole day even, let it be consistent on all channels, because someone may see it on Facebook, right? And not see it on in the newspaper. But what this final step is saying is sometimes someone will see it on Facebook and they not act. And then they'll come across the same message again, maybe on your other channel or platform. It becomes like classical conditioning, right? Repeated in Shona local language, forgive me for those who don't know Shona, they say Sokorene Simba, meaning repetition is strength. When they see something over and over again for a sustained period, that Pavlovian theory of classical conditioning, it becomes embedded in their mind. When they have that need, they will remember you. They will remember your brand, your product, your images, your coloring. So don't vary too much and too many posts online. In one day, you've got 6 different posts. By end of day, they've forgotten the first one because they've talked about so many things. Consistency, and the sustained campaign will give you results. This is what the final step is saying. I had to emphasize this because I've seen it through experience, why people then wonder, is my digital marketing wrong? Is my mobile marketing wrong? That could be just a simple reason, right? I talked about location-based marketing. My slide is not moving, sorry. Still loading. Let me just breeze through location-based marketing. So location-based marketing has to do with mobile marketing is now able to implement location-based advertising, right? This new addition to mobile marketing uses the current location of a device through either GPS or Wi-Fi signal in order to deliver location-specific information to customers, right? They are passing through your store. It pings a message to the network operator's base station or your to a Wi-Fi signal that is in that area. They know this person who the data is collected backend, you know, through your defined segments. It can then identify this person that they are back in that location. You know, people are always switching on and off their location, and they think, yeah, no, send me a location on WhatsApp, send me a location. All that data is being collected for us marketers and business people. And it's for, if you are a business person like you and me or a marketer, this is data that is available for you to utilize so that you get business, right? So your customer can be located. If they are near your store, they can get an advert about in-store promotions that are happening, right? I'll not go much into this. You can read on it so that we can quickly conclude the lecture. So location-based marketing is not yet fully embraced. It's something to explore, especially with the advent of 5G, 4G and 5G, high-speed data traffic from the mobile network operators. And as their networks become smarter, they should be able to actually define the movements of your subscribers. It's subject to regulatory issues and legal issues, of course. People don't want to be tracked. There are implications. So it's something you can explore with legal advice as a marketer to say, but me and you as the end user, we are not too worried about that because it's an issue of the network operators themselves. And those like in the platforms like Google, Facebook, who collect their data and sell it to us, right? But me, my business is just to define. I need someone in Tari. I'm not the one who's tracking them. It's them who are tracking them. So I'm advising you with crossed fingers. But location-based marketing can be very useful. Let's research more on it and see how we can utilize it in our various businesses. You target, you engage, you measure, you activate through location-based. You can read on that. Let me just conclude here this slide. So the conclusion of all this that we have discussed today is that you should integrate your mobile marketing. Utilize all the tools that I mentioned, I talked about, explore them, see how you can use your proximity or location-based, the closeness, proximity, the closeness you've become to your customer through the device, the mobile device, right? The applications, the MMS, all those things that we talked about, they should speak to the customer. And how do you do that? You come up with your marketing strategy on these, you collect your analytics, you measure your return on investment. How much are you paying for that? How much business are you getting? And the key is to make sure that your communications is relevant to your defined segments. That is all for today, ladies and gentlemen, on mobile marketing. Let me just unmute you guys, and then we can quickly do question and answer before we call it a day, okay? Thank you. See here. Are we all there?
Yes.
Right. That is all to do with mobile marketing. I can hear someone. Let me just try to get everybody's mics ready. If you are failing to
hear yourself speak, you can actually type. Right. I think I'm not a host, am I? Because some of the functions I can't access them. Is Rose here? Can you help us? Okay, let me do it one by one. Right. This guy is Ali is muted. Pauline, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. Is it okay on your end? I'll just go through everyone one by one. That's the lecture for today on mobile marketing.
Yeah, I'm good. It's okay.
It's okay. And then Precious Zulu. Yes, Precious. There's Ali. Ali's hand is up. Precious, wait. Let me unmute. Ali's hand is up. Right. I think I've managed to do that. Ali, how are you?
I'm good, eh?
Yes, I see your hand is up.
Sorry, I hadn't acknowledged that my hand is up. Yeah, it's not reflecting that my hand is up.
Oh, okay. Are you good on your end?
Yeah, I'm good, eh?
I'm always available. I'm sure you'll be given my number. If anyone has any issues, we can be engaging as we go on with the assignments and so forth. All right, there's Betha also. Betha, how are you? Oh, trying to unmute her. All right, I think everybody is okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and let's okay, there's another hand up. Sorry. Let me go back. Whose hand is up?
Good afternoon.
That's Blessing. Yes, Blessing, how are you?
Yes, I'm well.
Okay.
I just want a clarity on two terms when it comes to
Yes.
mobile marketing.
Yes.
There's the issue of mobile responsive
Yes.
and mobile friendly.
Yes. Okay.
Where do we use these terms in mobile marketing?
All right. Usually I know people use loosely. They become they use the terms loosely when they talk about content. To say content should be mobile friendly, and you know, when they say mobile friendly, some are referring to content that can be viewed on mobile devices, like the movie sites that I talked about. It is usually to do with the sites, right? The sites, some of the sites can, when they are developed, the developers fail to configure them for viewing on mobile devices, such that the text and the content becomes either pixelated, stretched, or you cannot view the whole page on your device because some of the text inenge yakakata, right? So it is not mobile friendly or mobile responsive. Mobile responsive, like for example, if someone is going to be turning their device, the page should also, some pages, they don't turn when you turn your device. It doesn't respond. Or when you try to slide the pages, it doesn't respond. It has to do with whatever page you are developing, it should respond to the activity that is happening on the mobile device. I don't know if that answers the question.
It does. Thank you.
All right, that's fine. Thanks, Blessing. Is there anybody else? Okay. I think for today we are fine. Precious Zulu, you have something to say? All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be engaging as we do the assignments. I'll post it on Google Classroom as well as this presentation. And then we'll take it up from there. Let's call it a day. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Pauline, it's got your hand up. There's a chat and the hand up. Okay. That somebody's hand is up now. I'm still here for those who still want to engage. Someone's hand is up. You can start. Okay, do we have an assignment from Melody? Let me respond to this one. That's fine. I've already said the assignment will be posted. You'll see it on Google Classroom, Melody.